that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Golden Tate. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his right. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He's checking. Crash. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, lock it.
Check three.
Hey, Sam off.
On second down, here's Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bravo.
Don't get nervous. Kill.
Go on.
Switch. He's coming. Double up.
Defense.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
At first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watch 54. It's our time. Hey, watch it. Shift. Mike spot 4.
22 jump bomber. 22 jump shoot.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Hey, box drop.
Check safety. Shit.
Look at me, zipper. Five.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike's 50.
Now. Hey, zoom. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. X3. 218. Chop.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 4. Check 4. Watch the edge.
Leo.
Say. Kill.
Yep. Now.
Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Oh, yeah.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Roll out. Hard.
Watch out.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3. And the Giants' 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 49. All right, flat.
Rock it.
Kill.
Let go.
Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Look, squeeze.
Lucky.
Look at me. Go.
Check 13.
Hey, lock it.
Shoot.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to his... Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Joe Mixon. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Check Mike 54. Protein spill. Let's go.
2nd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bengals take over
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on...
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when you...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check three, check three, check three. Switch, switch.
6 guys. Check Greystone travel.
Check.
Check 26. Check 26.
Shit.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike 29. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? SOS.
Hey, Sam off. Score.
Watch safety green.
Jones now off the play fake. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go again. 29 is Mike 29. Hey, I'm coming. Check three.
Check. Fresno.
Check.
There. Leo. Shoot.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The Bengals drive about to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 52. Check. Undercrush. Check 43. Jam.
Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Rock it.
Jones on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded at the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Hey, C6.
At the 25-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
60 outlaw.
You better bring.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. 2nd and 5. That's complete right around the 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when pushed...
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Bengals 31, Giants 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position. Here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Giants. 58 yards. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Protein spill.
Crunch. He's coming. We got double up. Check safety. Shit.
Shoot.
Another try for Barkley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Barkley, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
You got tight right there. Check 4. Watch the edge. Check. Safe.
Go on. Stand. Fight.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
He's got it with the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 75 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
70, Indy.
Come on, now, come on, now. Kill, kill, kill. Slam, slam, slam.
Recon, 152 fighter.
57, Mike, 57. Exit, exit. Out, 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 out. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down, Barkley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Kill, 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 turn. Watch the safety creep. 49, check 49, check 49. Alert flare, alert flare.
Leo.
Kill, kill, kill. 36, 36.
Hey, Echo. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Jones now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones, operating from the gun, finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch switch. Check, check. Lucky.
You're out.
Switch gears, switch
Hard.
13. Check 13.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Again, it's Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Looking to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Mixon with a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the throw, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd TD. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Hey, lock it. 61, matchbox light.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, Sam on.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Check.
Go on.
Check.
Get it.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Orbit. Now.
Mike's by 4. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Roll. He's got a man, complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Yep.
Play.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the